You could get with this, or you could get with that. I got with your mom, and now I got the clap, and I am back with another food review. What is going on, folks? It's your boy back with another star-studded food review. And if you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Stefan Johnson. I am a food critic, a voice actor, and one sexy-ass beast. And every week I come to you with food reviews, comedy content, voiceover content. And if you like the way any of that sounds, baby, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss any of my uploads, and join me. This is one of the sexiest and greasiest cults you will ever come across on the interwebs. But with that out the way, we are indulging in pizza again. Little Caesars has something that they have dubbed the extra most bestest thin crust pizza. A pizza so thin and crispy it will tantalize the taste buds. And the main selling point they're going at is that the toppings reach all the way to the edge of the crust, right? It's supposed to be something that we have not ever seen. And it's only like $7. So, of course, I'm curious. My fat senses are tingling. My greases in my body are boiling. And I feel like I need to see what this is all about for you, the people. Because I don't do pizza often. I was scarred from doing too much pizza, because if you don't know, my first job was at Pizza Hut, and I was a production person or cook, and then I got promoted to a manager. But when I tell you it was some of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had at a job, it was in the muck of the hood. It was in the hoodiest of the hood, and sometimes you would come across some unsavory folks. Now, 98% of people were nice and understanding with little errors or, late orders and stuff like that. But you came across some of the worst people. We actually got robbed. We got robbed. Do you want me to tell you that story? Of course you want me to tell you that story. Let's fill some time with a story about how we got robbed at Pizza Hut. It was me and one of the other shift managers. We were closing down the shop. It was near close, and I was in the back sweeping, and the other manager, she was up there, she was up front counting the drawer, right? And I have my headphones in, I'm listening to like my Avenged Sevenfold or my Green Day or my Kiss or something like that, just chilling, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I hear the other shift manager, she screams. And I hear it through my headphones, but I didn't think much of it, right? Because she was a goofy girl. She always joked and played around and things like that. So I'm like, oh, that's just her being her or whatever. And then I see someone hop the counter with a mask on. They point a gun in my face, and they're like, you already know what it is. And I'm like, damn, I do. I know exactly what it is. So I get my wallet out, get my phone, get my wallet. And then he pushes her and me into our walk-in closet and tells us don't move, or else that's going to be it for you or whatever. But they didn't know the walk-in closet, or the walk-in refrigerator, the walk-in refrigerator is the safe spot, because it's bulletproof, and there's a little, you can lock yourself in there, and there's a emergency button where you can automatically call authorities to your location. So we did that. We locked the door, and we hit the little button, and then before we know it, like 5 minutes, we hear someone like, police, you know what I mean? And that was that. The guy had already gotten away or whatever, and it was this whole big ordeal. But that was the time, at that moment, where I said, you know what? This job isn't for me. And I left. I was like 18, 19 when it all happened, maybe 20 when it all happened. So about 10, 12 years ago, or whatever it is. But it happened. And I was just like, okay, let me get out of here. And that said, I don't eat too much fast food pizza in general. Not to say that I'm scarred for life because of what happened or whatever, but it's just like, just working at Pizza Hut in general, eating pizza every day, I don't do too much pizza, you know what I mean? But for you, the people, I will indulge and make this sacrifice for you. Join me, shall you? Let's go. So that was uneventful. I forgot that Little Caesars have the little pickup boxes. When your order's ready, you get a little 3-digit code, and you don't have to interact with people at all. If you've already paid for your order, you could just hit the little code on the box, and you open it and you're done. No interaction with human life necessary. I love that. I love not needing to interact with people. The Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Thin Crust Pizza. Let's see what we got here. I'll bring you in a little bit here. I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like a New York style thin crust type of a thing. Kind of, but not quite. I'm gonna bring you in for this first little bit here. You know, you got a good little bit of pepperoni on here. Very crispy crust. Let me see. Right there. Got the sun in here. They were not lying. The toppings go straight to the crust. Got a very, I don't know if you can hear that, a very crispy crust on the bottom. And again, a lot of pepperoni. I'm excited. But without further ado, let's see what we can get into. Bite 2 for science. I'm really enjoying this. One, because I'm a fan of thinner crusts on pizza in general. Because I don't like too much bread when I'm eating anything, whether it's a sandwich, anything. I don't like a lot of bread. I love to have a little bit more meat and cheese than bread. So I'm always a fan of thin crust. But this, it's fresh, a lot of pepperoni, a lot of toppings, a lot of cheese for a thin crust. A lot of restaurants will get away with skipping on the cheese because it's a thin crust pizza. This is a really healthy serving of cheese on this thin crust. And again, I appreciate the number of pepperonis on here because I remember when I was at Pizza Hut, for a large, you'd only get you would put like 25 pepperonis on a large, which barely would cover it, especially once the crust expands and whatnot and the pepperoni shrinks in the oven. But this is almost wall-to-wall pepperoni, wall-to-wall cheese, a perfect thin crust. I don't know if you can see, but it's almost like cracker thin. The crust is almost cracker thin. And it's satisfying. It's not overly crispy, where it's like the full texture of a cracker. It's like crispy, very crispy on the bottom, but just below the cheese, it's still just a little bit of give, just enough of a give where it's not too much. I'm enjoying this. Toppings all the way to the edge. It gets no better than that. Because another gripe I used to have with pizza, but I've grown out of, but I used to hate the crust, the bare naked crust. It was like pointless to me, and I would waste so much food by not eating the crust. So like even like your picky kids will like this. And this was only like $6.50 for this is like a little bit larger than a medium, somewhere between a medium and a large. Little Caesars has always been good for like broke college kids, someone who doesn't have a lot of money but want to eat. Little Caesars has always had our back. Good people at Little Caesars. Pick this up. I would give this like an 8. This is like a solid 8 or 9. For under $7, absolutely. Go out and make the run for this. If you're a pizza fan, especially if you're a thin crust fan, go ahead and make the run for this. But all right, you guys, this has been another fun one. I'm doing my best to get at least 2 videos a week out for you all. I appreciate you all rocking with me. If you aren't already, again, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell button, leave a comment, because the more you interact with the video, hitting buttons down there, the more the algorithm will push my videos out and our cult will grow even larger. And who doesn't want a big black a big multiracial cult? I don't discriminate. I was going to say big black because I'm big and black, but we're all big and we're all different colors. We're a big fat rainbow in the most literal sense. As always, you guys, I'm going to have some fun stuff right here, and I'm going to have some fun stuff right here. Go and follow me on the social medias, all listed below. And I've been me, you have been you, and I love you, and I will see you soon.